Okay, let's be honest. Did you ever walk past a girl you actually liked and you thought to yourself, I want to go talk to her, but your brain just goes blank and you freeze and like you don't know what to say? Well, this happened to me a lot. This happened a lot to my clients, and we're going to break down exactly why this happens and how we can fix it. So this isn't a what do I say problem. It's an identity issue. Because when you see a woman you truly desire, you put pressure on yourself to perform. And so what that pressure does is it activates the part of your nervous system that is in fight or flight mode, right? Now it's not about having fun or enjoying yourself anymore. It's about surviving. And because you put all of this pressure on top of you, you create this pedestal where you put her on. And what that does is you're basically trying to be the kind of guy she would like, instead of actually being yourself. And that's where the disconnect happens, and that's where you freeze. Now, how do we actually fix this? The first step, and this is probably the most important thing, you want to change the goal. You want to basically switch from trying to impressing her to actually expressing yourself. And that is probably the most powerful thing you can do. Because whenever you try to impress anyone, be it a girl or a guy you want to do business with, you want to network with, you're not being yourself anymore. You need to go into any interaction with the mindset of, I just want to express who I truly am. Because if you're watching this video, you are a quality guy. You're not a dork. If you're a dork, then this channel is not for you. So if you're a quality guy, the only thing you have to do is now learn how to convey that value in an efficient manner. Now, the second thing we want to do is apply what we call the 3-second rule. So whenever you see a girl you really like, I want you to only give yourself 3 seconds to go up to her. And the reason this is so important is because the second you start entering that negotiation with your brain, you are f***ed. And I can tell you this from personal experience, because I can't count the amount of times in the past I've seen someone I really liked, and I would tell myself, I'll just do it later. Or, I'll approach her in a few minutes. You're f***ed. Because in those few minutes, your brain is a world champion at coming up with excuses, to trying to protect you, to try to survive. So if you're like, I'm going to approach her in a few minutes, well, your brain is going to tell you, this is not the right moment. Don't do it. You will get rejected. She probably has a boyfriend. She's too tall for me. She's too good looking for me. Don't do that. 3 seconds. And there's a reason it's called the 3-second and not the 5-minute rule. And it's also called the rule for a reason. It's not the 3-second advice or the 3-second tip. It's the 3-second rule. Now, the third thing you want to do to really never freeze around women again is you want to practice a lot. And you want to do that with everyone. So whenever you're in a coffee shop and you're ordering your coffee, talk to the barista. When you're in that taxi, in that Uber, say hi to the driver and have that little back and forth conversation. Whenever you see a guy who has an outfit that really stands out, give him a compliment. So it's not just about women. Of course, you want to approach the women you really like. You don't just want to approach grandmas all day and like, I'm learning, I'm being efficient. No, like, don't waste your time. But make it a habit and reframe, I'm only trying to get results, to I'm actually building my social muscle. And so the last step is really lowering the bar. And the reason this is so important is because I've helped so many guys, they all had one issue in common. It's that they put so much freaking pressure on the interaction that they fuck it up themselves. When you enter a conversation thinking, I need to get a number, I need to get her on a date, I need to say the perfect pickup line, you're just putting immense amounts of pressure on yourself, and this is not healthy. So change it from, hey, I just want to say hi to her. I want to check if she's cool. Let me just have fun. How much more enjoyable would your life be? And ironically, how much more results would you get with women? Probably a lot. So really lower the bar and don't think, oh, I need to have the perfect pickup line. No, you just don't. All you need is to say hi. That's it. Once you say hi, you're in the conversation, and then things can move the way you want them to move. If you want to move things further and actually have conversations that consistently lead somewhere, I'll make another video on that. That's another topic. So here's the loop I want you to install. This is your new mental loop. Not just mental, actually, because it's based around taking action. You see a girl that you like, because we're not talking about women you're not attracted to. So if you see someone you really like, the next thing you do is you take action and you stop being a little bitch. You stop being the guy who's there like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not high value enough. I'm not making 30K a month yet. I can't talk to her. Don't be that guy. After you took action, after you talked to her, what happens? You feel some pride, some confidence. Woo, crazy. Crazy. Who would have thought you would actually feel confident after you do things that most men don't do and things that actually scare you? Once you have that confidence, you repeat the process. And that's why it's a loop. It's a loop. Your whole life you've been lied to. That you need to be confident to talk to women. No, you don't. See a girl, take action, feel the confidence, and then you repeat. But you don't need confidence to actually get started. So if I had to summarize the video and really give you a huge mindset shift, the reason you freeze around women is not because you're an antisocial retard or because you're weak. It's because you care too much. You care about the outcome. And of course you care because you never take action. So you don't have enough volume, enough data to actually take a step back, zoom out and realize, okay, this is just another data point in my life. So stop caring about the outcome, have fun, take action, and that's gonna help you to not freeze with women again, I'll promise. Now, this is just one tiny step in the entire macro when it comes to attracting quality women consistently and predictably. So if you wanna learn how to consistently attract quality women into your life as a high value guy, make sure you watch the next video. I go into absolute detail on all the steps you need to implement, and I'll see you in the next one.